Oh, happy day! The community of Salve Regina University extends to all gathered here a warm welcome. Please remain standing and join in the singing of the national anthem, which will be led by Ryan Hall, a member of the class of 2018.
So proudly we have at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars show the perilous fight. For the ramparts we rush, where so gallantly streaming, and the rockets would blow, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the love and of the free and the hope of the brave?
Dr. Anna Marie Mayer, Director of the Mercy Center for Spiritual Life, will offer the invocation. Please remain standing until after the singing of the university hymn, Salve Regina, Hail Holy Queen. The words to the hymn are found on the inside cover of the commencement program. We will once again be led by Ryan Hall.
Let us pray. O God of the universe, of every people, tribe, and nation, you are the one who has assembled us here today under the great canopy of your gracious mercy. As we stand in your presence, our hearts overflow with gratitude for all the blessings of the past 4 years and for the milestone that we celebrate today in the lives of these young adults in the class of 2018. As we rejoice in this achievement, this class now lays claim to the responsibility that accompanies it, a sacred obligation to shape our world into a community of shalom and justice. Unite these graduates in common purpose to heal the pains and difficulties of our world, to feed the hungry, to clothe the naked, to give drink to the thirsty. Give them the courage and kindness they will need to welcome the stranger who has come among us seeking shelter, to care for the sick who have no recourse, and to educate eager minds, both young and old. Fill their hearts with compassion for those suffering loss. And today we are especially mindful of the terrible grief suffered in Santa Fe, Texas, of the young lives lost and those forever changed. We pray this for our class of 2018. May the same God revealed to Abraham and Sarah, Hagar and Ishmael, Peter and Mary Magdalene bless you all the days of your lives as you seek to fulfill this sacred obligation. May the spirit of Catherine Macaulay guide your actions and inspire you to serve with joy. May wisdom journey with you as a constant companion. May mercy dwell deeply in your hearts. May Our Lady of Mercy, Queen of Heaven, and patroness of Salve Regina University, protect and comfort you in the years ahead. Remember always that you belong to God and that we belong to each other. For the blessing of all those assembled here, I offer this prayer. Amen.
Amen.
Hail, Holy Queen and throned above, O Maria. Hail, Mother of Mercy and of love, O Maria. Triumph, O ye cherubim, sing with us, ye seraphim. Heaven and earth resound the hymn. Salve, salve, salve Regina. Our life, our sweetness here below, O Maria. Our hope in sorrow and in woe, O Maria. Triumph, O ye cherubim, sing with us, ye seraphim. Heaven and earth resound the hymn. Salve, salve, salve Regina.
Please be seated. Sister Jane Garrity, President of Salve Regina University. Honorary degree recipients, Dr. Roger Mandl and Ms. Hope Van Buren, the Board of Trustees of the University, elected officials, Sister M. Therese Antone, Chancellor, administrators, faculty, alumni, and especially today, degree candidates, their relative, friends, and other distinguished guests. We welcome you to our 68th commencement exercises. Today, we honor the university's commitment to lifelong learning by celebrating not only the achievements of traditional undergraduates, but also the perseverance of those undergraduates who have left and then returned to academia, often while working and raising a family. Finally, as it is our tradition, we also welcome and honor the alumni of the 50th anniversary class this year, the class of 1968. Mayor Henry Winthrop will now bring greetings from the city of Newport.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the great city of Newport. Come on. I'd like to begin by congratulating all of you students who are going to be graduating today. It's a tremendous honor that you chose this city and this college in which to get your degrees. You've been a tremendous assistance to the city of Newport in all your volunteering and your sports activities and in your academics. So I want to thank you all very, very much. I'd also like to welcome all the families and friends of the graduates who are here today. Without you, they would not be here. They probably would not have chosen this school. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. I'd also like to recognize Congressman David Cicilline, who is sitting here on the dais. Congressman, thank you so much for coming. And I'd like to thank my good friend, Sister Jane Garrity, for inviting me to speak here today. Sister, thank you very much. But most of all, to the parents, I want to thank you for entrusting your children to this great university, Salve Regina University, and to the city of Newport. It's a big deal when your child walks out of your house to go to school on that first day of college, all on their own. So you have to have a lot of trust, and I want to thank you for having that trust in the university and having that trust in the city of Newport. I've always said to have a great community, you need three main elements. One is you need to have a great community hospital, which we do here with the Newport Hospital. You need to have a vibrant arts community. If I were to sit here and list all the arts organizations in Newport, no one else would get a chance to speak. And you also need a great university. And that's what we have here in Salve Regina University, one of the greatest universities in the entire country. And I want to thank them for everything that they do. And maybe I'm a little bit prejudiced. Not only is it a great university, it has the greatest campus of any school in the United States. And I'd like to remind all the graduates that Newport is truly a great place to live. And someday we'd like to see some of you come back and make Newport your home. A number of years ago, one of your graduates, Helen Johnson, became the historic planner here in the city of Newport, one of the biggest jobs that we have in this city, and it was thanks to the education that she got here at Salve Regina. So thank you very much. But I'd like to remind you, whether you live here or not, whether you come back and you visit, or when you come back and visit, always remember, students, that you're a permanent part of the history of the city of Newport. I want to thank you very much, and good luck in anything that you choose to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Dr. Janet Robinson, Chair of the Board of Trustees of Salve Regina University, will now invite Sister Jane to confer degrees on the candidates.
President Garrity, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Salve Regina University, I invite you to confer this year's honorary degrees and baccalaureate degrees.
Sister Jane, Dr. John Marcoux, Assistant Professor of Art and Cultural Historic Preservation, will present to you Ms. Hope H. Van Buren.
Hope Van Buren. You have been a gracious and benevolent force, guiding and supporting your community, your family, and your many friends throughout your long, generous life. Nicknamed Happy in childhood, you have brought joy and an appreciation of beauty and balance to all who have known you. Like Catherine McCauley, founder of the Sisters of Mercy, you chose to use the advantages of your birthright in compassionate outreach to the community as you transformed possibilities into philanthropic opportunity. Upon your 1954 wedding to John Archibald Van Buren, you became partners in every sense, embarking on life's adventures from married life shared on an Army base to the delights of raising a family to be proud of, to the establishment of the Van Buren Charitable Foundation. Your leadership through the foundation has created impact and inspired collaboration among the many area organizations that steward the grant-funded, generously provided. Your genuine interest in the well-being of the people of Aquidneck Island region has blessed you with insight into the dynamic civic integration of health, education, and the aesthetics of landscape and the built environment. That insight is the foundation for your thoughtful support of projects that nurture and advance the whole community. Whether digging a garden bed, raising funds for the Casino Theater at the International Tennis Hall of Fame, or advising on a board or committee, your commitment is wholehearted and determined, and you infuse each activity with rare personal grace. In your children, you have inspired confidence, purpose, and dedication to shared values. Together with your beloved sister, you shared a common vision of generously improving the larger community. With your devoted friends across the generations, you have shared your loyalty, counsel, positive encouragement, and much laughter. To those benefiting from charitable grants, you have offered judicious advice, partnership, and support. For your wise and progressive leadership in the Newport County community, for your generosity to this institution, and for the gracious embrace of your friendship, Hope Van Buren, Salve Regina University is pleased and honors to bestow upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all its attendant rights and privileges on this 20th day of May, 2018.
Sister Jane, Mr. Gerald Perino, Associate Professor of Art, will present to you Dr. Roger Mandl.
Roger Mandl, as a visionary for what lies ahead and a curator of what has gone before, you link the past, present, and future for the benefit of all. Believing that every advancement of humanity has come from the intersection of art, design, and technology, you convey your passion for educational leadership by inspiring and engaging students and citizens alike in your quest to broaden perspectives. An educator, art historian, and leader of major cultural institutions, you've left your imprint across the globe. Beginning in the Midwest, your dedication to artistry and preservation brought you to the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., the Persian Gulf nation of Qatar, and back to the United States, where you now collaborate in the creation of alternative models of art and design institutions and online education. Through your commitment to innovation, you ensure that the past is not forgotten, even while forging the future for communities near and far. Whether envisioning new and dynamic economy for East Coast cities through the Massachusetts Design, Art, and Technology Institute, or building the framework and governance for cultural institutions and museums in Qatar. You seek to galvanize people to become connected and involved. Your prolific 15-year tenure as president of the Rhode Island School of Design impacted countless creative minds and launched new academic and museum programs, as well as a revitalized urban campus incorporating renovated historic buildings in downtown Providence. Among your many roles in volunteer service, as president of the Newport Restoration Foundation Board of Directors, you ensure that the vision of founder, Doris Duke, is realized in the many programs and presentations that connect the public to the City by the Sea. The City by the Sea's lively and diverse history. Generous with your time and talent, your involvement in both the nonprofit and for-profit sectors is significant and varied, from the Rhode Island Independent Higher Education Association and Providence Foundation to the boards of Maine Media Workshops College and Williams College Museum of Art. For sharing your expertise and curiosity throughout the decades, and for your leadership in art and design education, preservation and restoration. Salve Regina University is pleased to bestow upon you, Roger Mandl, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with its attendant rights and privileges on this 20th day of May, 2018. I told him he had to squat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And not only are we bestowing an honorary degree on Dr. Mandl, we have also invited him to address the class of 2018 and all your friends and families in the commencement address. Dr. Mandl.
Got to take this off to do this. Thank you very much for this extraordinary honor, and particularly in this exceptional place, Salve Regina University. It's a pleasure to speak to the class, the 68th University Commencement. You're so fortunate to have lived and studied in this great community. I hope you'll keep your contact, as the mayor has said, to Salve and Newport throughout your life. Newport is an exceptional city. It's even a state of mind, I've come to know, precipitated from centuries of history and filled with beauty. Formed by the Sisters of Mercy, Salve Regina derives from the Sisters' two-century commitment to education, health care, pastoral ministry, and social services. As the Sisters of Mercy are linked through their service to the world, so too are the faculty and students of this institution active in this region and beyond. Speaking with Salve students recently, I have been so impressed with their dedication to the university's mission. Salve's mission, which you all probably know by heart, is to impact positively the intellectual, spiritual, and cultural lives of the communities and to work for a world that is harmonious, just, and merciful. What does this mission mean at a time of conflict in the world between truth and intentional misrepresentation? Truth and willful ignorance. How is it possible to protect ourselves and our institution from divisive attacks on the truth that threaten our ability to maintain that harmonious, just, and merciful world? My talk today, then, is about the value of liberal education you've just enjoyed at Salve and how to apply what you've learned to improve relations among peoples by restoring the sanctity of truth. You're graduating from an institution dedicated to openness and intellectual discourse aimed at seeking the truth. The tools with which you've been fortified can enable you to keep a clear head and an open mind. You've also been taught to work with people to create common goals for the common good in whatever community in which you choose to live. So here it goes, the commencement address. I can see some of you now rolling your eyes, whispering to each other, I know that commencement addresses are among the most forgotten lectures ever given. These remarks are parsed over the heads of euphoric graduates and their relatives and friends who can't wait for the speeches to end so that they can share congratulatory hugs. What were the memorable truths of Mandl's remarks? Someone will ask after my talk today. Well, truth is the theme of my talk. And here's my first truth. One of the biggest risks you face as graduates right now is what Michael Hayden calls the assault on intelligence, by which he means the intentional disregard of the truth. Hayden notes that the Oxford Dictionary's word of the year 2016 was post-truth. It's a condition where facts are less influential in shaping opinion than our emotion and personal belief. Hayden goes on to describe the post-truth thinking as a departure from Enlightenment ideas dominating the West since the 17th century that value experience and expertise, the centrality of fact, humility in the face of complexity, the need for study, and the respect for ideas. Hayden should know. He's the former director of the CIA. He's a person whose professional life was focused intensely on chasing facts. Hayden's own perceptions may have been shaped by traditional Western thought and values, but other cultures have valued experience, expertise, and the centrality of fact. For example, the Fatimid, Abbasid, Umayyad, and Ottoman empires promoted education, mathematics, the arts, scientific thought, as well as their own faith, the Muslim faith. Other non-Western cultures have made significant contributions to human thought while advancing their own traditional religious beliefs. The perversion of liberal imagination in all cultures, however, brings suspicion about education and scientific advancement by creating doubt and fear as a means of control. The rise, once again, of nationalism and religious partisanship across the globe has been brought about in part, I believe, by the increasing availability of information via the internet, television, and printed media. The public now sees hourly breaking news of conflicts as they break out everywhere. People are assaulted by so much information they cannot possibly synthesize it all. Families, neighborhoods, regions, nations are becoming divided into factions by the distortion of information by their leaders. You can see people drawing together to protect themselves from the other. These coagulated groups look at the world through their own narrowly focused beliefs. In this divisive climate, opportunistic leaders give simple answers and easy solutions to offer solace to those who have such fears. They tell seductive stories, often at odds with prevailing facts. Yet these tales are accepted as true by those whose beliefs have altered their perceptions of reality. Lies become truth if they line up with how people would like the world to be. But as Daniel Patrick Moynihan has said, everyone is entitled to their own opinions, but not to their own facts. If leaders also decry facts, real facts, as fake news, their statements turn the world upside down, making their lies appear more truthful. These are techniques that tin pots, despots, and fanatics have used to control people's own sense of reality. As Timothy Snyder has observed in his pamphlet called On Tyranny, to abandon facts is to abandon freedom. If nothing is true, then no one can criticize power because there's no basis upon which to do so. Post-truth is pre-fascism. It's hard to forget the stigmatization of Jews in Nazi Germany, as it is to hear claims that all Mexican immigrants are rapists and drug smugglers. Fake news is described by the Urban Dictionary as used to defend an illogical position or a way to avoid critical thinking skills when a news source does not match a personal or ideological bias. You're seeing in the political climate around the world today a battle among competing perceptions of the way things are and attempts at manipulating people's perceptions of facts. Even this Wednesday, former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, in a commencement address, said, If our leaders seek to conceal the truth, or as we people become accepting of alternative realities that are no longer grounded in facts, then we as American citizens are on a pathway to relinquishing our freedom. Facts have become partisan property. Michael Ignatov has written, "The more strongly you feel the bonds of belonging to your own group, the more hostile, the more violent will your feelings be to outsiders." Facts are owned by those who invent them, separate from universal truths of science and pure observation. Invented facts become the basis for justifying important decisions based on beliefs. In his new book, The Common Good, Robert Reich says, "When we accept lies as facts, or illogic as logic, we lose the shared reality necessary to tackle our common problems or to seek the common good. We become powerless." I quote these many people to exhibit the seriousness of the problems we face today. But, happily, there are important counter-efforts to reinforce truth and strengthen the common good. The list is endless. But here are a few random examples of people taking responsibility for real, genuine facts. First, traditional news organizations are defending their First Amendment rights and regularly rebutting fake news by calling it out for what it is and correcting lies. Many advocates of free speech in the U.S. are organizing, and also around the world. There is, for example, the International Freedom of Expression Exchange that maintains an index on censorship for its 88 member organizations. The hashtag #MeToo movement is giving people courage to bring forth previously hidden truths, even from decades ago. Facebook and Snap are beginning to recognize their responsibilities for people's personal information. Cybersecurity is emerging as one of America's greatest challenges now. I learned recently more about this vast subject from graduating senior Darwin Salazar, whose time at RISD took him to Israel to learn techniques of cyber sleuthing. Museums, my territory, are presenting newly researched facts to the public about their collections that help give full information about the history of them. The Worcester Museum in Massachusetts is reframing the past to shed truth on issues of human rights, of economic hardship, and success that are behind the works of art they show. Environmental groups are presenting scientific facts to counter climate change deniers. Synagogues, churches, mosques, schools, universities, and national organizations continue to advocate religious and racial tolerance. People in the U.S. and elsewhere more than ever feel a responsibility to speak out for their own rights and to demonstrate for them. Witness the high school students' national demonstrations for gun safety recently, which I hope will continue. Every year, students like yourselves graduate from university having been taught to be open to new ideas and ready to challenge inappropriate information and authority and to protect them. Artists are increasingly making work that speaks to issues of freedom of expression or has significant political content. I am an art person. I'm steeped in the traditions of art history, creation, and preservation. Through my engagement with artists, I have learned to see and to think in new ways, as many of you have. Through museums, I've come to value the roots of diverse cultures, which have widened my understanding and respect for them. I see the arts as ways of communicating both universal truths and their many sources. I believe in Jonathan Sacks' notion of the dignity of difference. I celebrate the incredibly rich diversity of expression that evolves from all the cultures of the world. I see the arts as providing a platform for the covenant that Sacks insists is a requisite for continued existence of humanity in all its different beliefs and aspirations. A covenant, Sachs says, comes from relationships. A covenant must be pluralistic. That is, it must represent the best interests of all parties fairly. Art can provide the basis for relationships by demonstrating genuine communication and trust. These relationships can go beyond tolerance to mutual respect. But I believe that great art speaks truths, not facts. Art has always been a personal interpretation of some observed aspect of reality. Art and the medium that artists use has its own expressive qualities that can enhance their unique observations and emotions, their own truths. Today, there are so many types of media available for artistic expression, many of you know, from simple sketches and dance steps and hum songs to elaborate digital productions, electronic music, and balletic events. So I see the arts as vehicles of truth by virtue of the freedom they express in their making and in the images and the emotions that they explore. Creative expression is such a basic human activity. Even in the most repressive regimes, the arts always find ways to come out and to tell the truth about their circumstances. Now, what can you do as graduates to counter manipulation of the truth and to combat willful ignorance? The advice I offer you is from a dearly departed RISD design professor, Jan Baker. These are her truths, her rules for artists and designers to lead productive, truthful, and ethical lives. But they also relate to you as you take your responsibility for the truth. First, create something with your hands, but make meaning with your mind. Put passion and spirit into your work with your heart. Live your life with devotion and integrity. Recycle resources that we already have. Connect creatively with others in collaborations. Be in love with life, and be in love with someone else. To her rules, I would only add Dean Sister Elizabeth McAuliffe's advice to you graduating students: be true to your deepest self. Now, to finish my remarks, here's some fake news for you. Authority guarantees truth, so believe everything they say. The lives you lead are going to be easy and smooth. What you've been taught at Salve is all you'll ever need to know. This is a really important one. You will always be right. Success in your career is more important than anything else. Others' sacrifice for your benefit is to be expected, and they don't require your gratitude. Helping someone else is a waste of your valuable time. And finally, you will live forever. Believe this fake news, and I have a bridge to sell you, and some property in the Everglades, real cheap. I suppose by now you've gotten my message. The world is complex, and made even more so by those who manipulate your perception of it for their own gain. Use the tools you've been taught by this excellent faculty at Salve as weapons in your own expressive freedom. If you stay true to yourself and follow the rules of the artists and designers I've just given you, you've got an excellent chance of overcoming fake news to become real news yourselves. Congratulations, good luck, and Godspeed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mandl. You can tell by the enthusiastic response of our audience how much they appreciated it. And I know that I'm not always right about everything. I promise you I do. But I am right about this. Dr. Mandl, you are truly a Renaissance man. Your truth is not narrow. It goes to art, it goes to technology, it goes to history, it goes to philosophy, and it pulls it all together. But as it pulls it together, it also keeps widening it. I love that as I've come to know you, and we are so pleased that you were able to deliver this message to our graduates and their families and friends today. And what I want to say is, that's the truth.
Sister Jane will now confer the undergraduate degrees. Will all degree recipients please rise? President Garrity, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, as you qualify under their respective curricula with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
All graduates except those receiving the Bachelor of Arts and Sciences degree, please be seated. Dr. Elizabeth McAuliffe, Associate Professor of Education and Dean of Undergraduate Studies, and a member of the Salve class in 1968. And Dr. Jameson Chase, Associate Professor, Department of Biology and Biomedical Sciences, will present the degree candidates to the President.
Will the marshals please escort the Bachelor of Arts and Sciences graduates to the stage? Maria Elise Bonasora. Colleen M. Ciccone. Noah Evan Denzer. Amanda Elizabeth Fenton. Nicole Christina Horseman. Michelle Alicia Caparis, summa cum laude. Catherine Ann Klein, summa cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Sherman, magna cum laude. Jennifer Ellen Sutherland, cum laude. Lauren Lois Svensson. Elise Claire Sajak, summa cum laude. Will the marshals please escort the Bachelor of Arts graduates to the stage? Benjamin John Agostini. Alicia Hannah Albuquerque. Morgan Marie Allen. Nathan Christopher Amons. Haley Marie Andrews. Jacqueline Arsenault. Robert Michael Askew. Elizabeth A. Austin. Alessio Amungwa Ayuninjem. Margaret Ann Bailey. Eric H. Bach. Natalie Vanessa Bazil, summa cum laude. Mary Grace Bean. Sean Joseph Bollier, cum laude. Julia Louise Bedard, magna cum laude. Kayla Marie Belanca, magnum cum laude. Carolyn K. Bender, magna cum laude. Amber Blanchette, summa cum laude. Angela Louise Bonavita. Alana Jasmine Bolter. Rosa Brito Garcia. Kendra N. Samaglia, cum laude. Samuel Brito, cum laude. Elena R. Brosi. Sarah Rose Bucking. Erin Rose Burns. Catherine Ann Callahan. Nicole Jacqueline Capibianco, cum laude. Leah Francesca Capanzano. Kaylin Paige Carr. Emily Renee Charette. Samuel Lynch Chernikoff. Thank you. Ryan Michael Siako. Brooks Cobb Fontaine. Ming Fen Condon. Connor Joseph Vincent Cook. Michaela Brooke Cormier. Anissa Laura Cody. Eric Michael Cody. Elizabeth Drew Crawford, cum laude. Taylor Lindsay Cuomo. Brittany Elaine Curry. James Dawson. Monique Joan Cardinal. Lindsay Marie Delahose. Jessie Lee Delory. Kimberly Jean G. Denon, summa cum laude. Eli Winstone Diaz, summa cum laude. Brianna Nicole Dodge. Sean Dolbier. Casey Elizabeth Donahue, cum laude. Alana Tracy Drelo, cum laude. Earl E. Dupuy, Jr. Sarah Elizabeth Eisner. Allison Jean Esalonis, cum laude. Madeline Elizabeth Eustace. Elise Ann Evans, magna cum laude. Anna Alicia Fayola. Anna Alicia Fayola, cum laude. David Ryan Fairchild. John Francis Farrell. Andrew Paul Ferrer. Jesse Nathaniel Ferrara, magna cum laude. Nathaniel T. Flox. Thomas Arden Fogarty, Jr. Brittany Isabella Mary Beth Fox, summa cum laude. Samantha Lynn Charlotte Frost. Hannah Catherine Fulton, magna cum laude. Courtney Marie Gagnon, magna cum laude. Michael Ellis Gardner. Mitchell. Megan Elizabeth Geyer. Effie Giannitos, summa cum laude. Catherine Ann Laurie Gillespie. Juliana Raquel Goodman Andoni. Allison M. Graves, magna cum laude. Marissa Noel Girard, magna cum laude. Blanca Vanessa San Guzman. Mabalitza Guzman Cordero. Kristen Sarah Francis Halber. Jordan Emily Harrell. Shannon Patricia Harrington, magna cum laude. Connor P. Hayes. Carrie Elizabeth Hayes. Mary Catherine Elizabeth Hickey. Alicia Erin Herkaller. Elliot Jacobus Hoekstra. Autumn Lynn Houghton. Taylor Lynn Howe. Genevieve Marie Hoyt, summa cum laude. Jacob Tanner Huggaboom, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Humanick, cum laude. Christian J. Isidoro. Alexis Noel Jankowski, magna cum laude. Dylan Thomas Jepson. Devin W. Johnson. Vanessa Lynn Joseph. Mamadou Omar Kane. Carolyn Louise Kelly, cum laude. Kayla M. Kennedy. Nicole Jill Kennedy. Michaela Marie Kennaway. Melissa Kedavan, thank you. Melissa Kedavan. Araz Kajarian. Catherine Mary Kearse. Amber Nicole King. Tessa Marie Kolozensko. Gabrielle Sarah Lashevek. Timothy Mark LaFleur. Nicole Vivian Landry. Jacob Stephen Lang, magna cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Latsko, cum laude. Victoria Loriano, summa cum laude. Jacob Peter Leahy. Cynthia Jenna Lill, magna cum laude. Juliana Marie Lima. Liam Thomas Losell. Anna Marie Lunato. Taylor May Lovrian. Vanessa Nicole Ludka. Hannah Noel Lucia, summa cum laude. John Joseph Lutz. Danielle Nicole Lynch, cum laude. Jonathan Thomas Lynch, cum laude. Elizabeth Bernadette Marie Melagranda, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Hope Mandl. Stephanie Elizabeth Martin, cum laude. Taylor Alexandra Marshall. Lily Eve McCaughey. Jesse N. McNeil, magna cum laude. Taylor Nicole Myers. Zoe Victoria Michaelopoulos. Joshua Stephen Munson. Rodney B. Morton. Grant Thomas Munson. Connor Michael Murphy. Caitlin Marie Nagy. David John Naprakowski. James Paul Olson. Colin Ryan Palmer. Jordan Marie Palmer, magna cum laude. Jerry Allen Pizarca, cum laude. Charleston Eric Purnell, Jr. Carla Arminda Pinero. Travis John Pisano. Richard Robert Pollock. Frederick Alexandra Pulhovich Pellerano. Alicia Helen Porterfee. Samantha Dawn Redmond. Kelly Nicole Richards, cum laude. Christiana Jacqueline Romano. Kyla Elizabeth Russell. Andrew Henry Sardelli, magna cum laude. Darwin Antonio Salazar, cum laude.
I was waiting for that.
Evan James Schmidbauer. Schmidbauer. Sorry. Schmidbauer. K. Alexandra Scanlon, magna cum laude. Connor R. Shirlene Bailey. Anthony Michael Schultz. Emily Lynn Scott, summa cum laude. Regan McKinley Seeley. Thomas Vincent Seaver. Devin Ryan Sevian. Jessie Elizabeth Severino, cum laude. Thank you. Helen Hannah Marie Shipe. Heidi Marie Perez Silverio. Alexis Christine Smith, cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Soltis, cum laude. Brooke Kennedy Sullivan. Whoop. You okay? Connor Patrick Sullivan. Jacob Michael Sweeney. Paul Andrea Tomeo. Colin Robert Travassos, cum laude. Isabella Rose Tomlinson. Emily Marie Turiano. Ellen Elizabeth Tuttle. Taylor Josephine Vaccaro, summa cum laude. Thomas Glenn Wagner. Cole Eric Walter. Nicole Ann Wasco. Tyler Peter Willett. Amy Catherine Williams, cum laude. Carolyn Ann Wesner. Whoops. Sorry. I'll do that later.
Will the marshals please escort the Bachelor of Science graduates to the stage? Leah Eleanor Adams. Robin Ashley Alport. Camille Lauren Amato, cum laude. Victoria Isabel Ambridge, summa cum laude. Rachel Ernastus, cum laude. Christopher Rich Anderson. Nico Kennedy Aronson. Ariana K. Aslanda. Adam Xavier Augusta. Connor Joseph Baldich. Tessa Rose Baglini. Courtney Xavier Bailey. Charles Brian Baker. Gina Marie Ballestieri, cum laude. Michelle Nicole Baptista. Christy Ann Battersby. Geraldine M. Began. Megan Elizabeth Beals. Kimberly R. Beaton, magna cum laude. Courtney Ann Becker, magna cum laude. Mackenzie Lee Begley. Patricia A. Gavin Berard. Kaylin Ashley Betancourt. Catherine Conley Blair, magna cum laude. Catherine Noella Blair, cum laude. Megan Brianne Brosclair, cum laude. Ian John Bomley. Jordan M. Bonacorsi. Erica Corinne Bonnet Likens. Courtney Ann Bouchard, magna cum laude. Julia Frances Bowman. Scott Joseph Brewer, cum laude. Stephanie Ann Bracault. Benjamin Lewis Brissett. Kevin Roland Brock, summa cum laude. Jillian Marie Bronson, cum laude. Ashlyn Paige Brown, cum laude. Isabella Maya Buddha. Hannah Margaret Budwitz. Courtney Hanson Burke, summa cum laude. John Michael Burke. Liam Paul Burke. Morgan Marie Cahill. Haley Victoria Kimbrola. Madeline Murray Carlson. Christiana Rebecca Castillo. Jessica Ann Childs. Catherine Mary Clancy, magna cum laude. Alexa Christine Sipkis, cum laude. Catherine Michelle Clerkin. Brittany Christine Clark. Megan Catherine Klickner. David Gregory Clinton. Amber Dawn Cody. Sarah Elizabeth Collins. Courtney Rose Conklin. Timothy J. Conley. Brianna Maureen Conley. Catherine Ann Conley. Jacqueline Monique Connor, cum laude. Olivia Grace Conway, cum laude. Evan Richard Coos. Luke Joseph Copeland. Samantha Lee Costa. Ashley Marie Coughlin. Courtney Rose Crawford. Catherine Elise Crean. Paul Angelo Cristoni, Jr. Taylor Irene Cronin, cum laude. Hai Swan Sui, cum laude. Kristen Diane Canine. Matthew L. Demore. Brent Thomas Diorio. Hang on a second. Madison Decrani Debakian, magna cum laude. Peter John Dasani. Anna Nicole Dawson. Michelle Marie Dawson, cum laude. Itati Elania Vieira Diabros. Jeannie Ann de Braga. Lindsay Francis Del Grego. Jacqueline Taylor Del Pret. Mia Cara DeLeo. Damian C. Delano. Robert Dominic Del Coro, Jr. Ariana DeSisto. Stephanie Rose Dias. Malik Dias. Dimitri A. Dabasi. Pierce Richard Durker. Charles Joseph Dipolino III, cum laude. Nora Margaret Donahue, cum laude. Melissa Martella Dotor. Connor Patrick Duffy. Casey Helen Dwyer. Gabriella Marie Dwyer. Caitlin Mary Exudi, magna cum laude. Mary Eden. Kristen Elena Ellis, cum laude. Mark Anthony Evans. Carolyn Mary Fallon. Caitlin Marie Farrell, cum laude. Benjamin Patterson Faulkner. Timothy Russell Ferraro. Laura Antoinette Field, magna cum laude. Lisa M. Filati. Richard Joseph Finizio. Gregory Francis Fennell. Gregory James Ford. Jessica Rose Ford. Christina Elaine Forte. Julia Elizabeth Frazier, cum laude. Tressie Mary Frischel. Hannah Rose Freudenberger. Eric Allen Gabrielson. Luke Anthony Gagnon. Francesca Simone Galizzi. Donovan Michael Gangware. Sarah Jane Garrity, summa cum laude. Haley Marie Gaudio. Morgan Caroline Gedney. Jake Andrew Gelb. David Anthony Gellermini. Abigail Elizabeth Gendro. Allison Renee Gilbert. William Alexander Ginsburg. Joseph A. Goff, cum laude. Jacob Jonathan Gomez. Congratulations. Caitlin Nicole Gonzalez. Nathan Lewis Gonzalez. Jessica Goodwin. Christina Elizabeth Gratton. Gabrielle Marie Grillo, magna cum laude. Cameron Michael Hall. Rain Marie Hall, magna cum laude. Andrew Robert Harmon, cum laude. Lauren Joan Healy. Matthew Kyle Heater, cum laude. Kristen Jean Hickey, cum laude. Samantha Lee Higgins. Chelsea Lauren Howard. Douglas Huber. Elizabeth Ann Hughes, magna cum laude. Skyla Brianne Hudson, magna cum laude. Madison Ellen Huntley. Caitlin Husher Gerald. Matthew John Ikawa. Meredith Ann Iten. Megan Kathleen Jenkins. Dana Rose Johnson. Diana Lee Johnson. Samantha Elizabeth Johnson. Lily Mae Jones. Nicholas Michael Kerlikis. George Marios Casavas. Shannon Elizabeth Keenan. Tara Lane Kellenberger, cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth Kennedy. Emmett A. Kiernan. Carrie Ann Kimmel. Alexander Donald King. Gabrielle Marie Cuba. Dylan Brighton Keeney. Francesca Georgia La Rosa. Lauren Elizabeth Ladino Saunders, magna cum laude. Andrew Laura. Rachel Marie Langley. Shelley L. LaRoche. Jennifer Agger Laramie. Christina Mary Larzer. Sarah Rose Loriman. Jack Christopher Lawler, magna cum laude. Alexandra Rita LeBlanc. Kyle Gregory LaFleur. Benjamin Elias Lescolt, magna cum laude. Mark Thomas Lateef. Carrie Kathleen Lewis. Peter Christopher Lowen. Alexander Joseph Markowski. Zachary J. Markowski. James Joseph Malone. Justin Anthony Manfredi, magna cum laude. Megan Julia Manter. Nils Manzi, summa cum laude. Samantha Catherine Martin. Christina Marie Marsoshi. Cameron Elizabeth Moss. William Joseph Massey III. Michael Lucas Matarodana. Morgan June McBriar, cum laude. Brent McCarthy. Mary Kate Devin McConnell. Logan J. McCullough. Brian Lewis McCormick, magna cum laude. Daniel Gunnar McDermott. Joseph Edward McDonald. Catherine R. McDonald. Mallory Alyssa McDonald. Elias Daniel McDonald. Kyle Christopher McGinnis. Mitchell Stephen McGowan, cum laude. Kyle Andrew McGuire. Peter James Mello. Kara Louise Merrifield. Christina Guadalupe Miguel. John Thomas Militano. Amanda Elizabeth Grace Miller, magna cum laude. Rodney James Miller. Michael Ryan Millerick. Ravingandra Mishra. Zachary Taylor Monahan. Hannah Ruth Montemagno, cum laude. Carrie B. Morin. Delaney Christine Morris. Nicholas J. Hang on. Nicholas James McCulloughy. Shannon Marie Mullins. Melissa Moniz Gonzalez. Michelle Marie Murphy, magna cum laude. Stephanie J. Napernowski, summa cum laude. Samantha Rose Netter, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Lee Needham, magna cum laude. Vincent Christian Neary. Cassandra Lynn Nicolosi. Faith M. Noel, magna cum laude. Rachel K. Novicki. Courtney Danielle Nowicki. Fiona Nunez. Serena Grace O'Hara. Taylor Francis O'Leary. Patrick William O'Rourke. Braden Anthony Ocalini. Kelsey Taylor Curries Oliveira. Sydney Maureen Payne. Olivia Ann Puppy. Jenna N. Paradis, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Rose Parenti. Sarah Kate Parizo, cum laude. Taylor Marie Perry, magna cum laude. Bailey Gabrielle Payne, cum laude. Meredith Ann Pepis. Alyssa Ashley Perkos. Alex Joseph Perry. Daniel Lois Persons. Stephen Everett Peterson. Olivia Ann Pekaukis. Julia Hart Pfister, magna cum laude. Gwendolyn Nicole Plum. Gabriella Louise Ponce. Raquel Claudine Pouliot. Aaron Joseph Prendergast. Ashley Christine Propkop, cum laude. Stephanie Cara Renunci. Damon Lewis Raposa. Cassandra Raymond. Patricia Barbara Rigo. Amanda Vera Reese. Hannah Lorraine Reese. Isabel Josephine Rella. Emily Ann Riley, summa cum laude. Carla Christina Rivera. Haley Elizabeth Robichaud, magna cum laude. Julia Carol Royce, magna cum laude. Rachel Yvonne Genesius Ruwe, cum laude. Alexa Taylor Ruff. Michael Thomas Russell. Connor James Russo. Samantha Elizabeth Ryder, cum laude. Samantha Nicole Salwa. Mary Patrice Sandoval. Autumn Marie Sands. Austin Charles Sattler. Renee Gail Shrub. Dina Marie Sears. Amy Lee Shea. Brianna Kelly Sheenan. Michael Joseph Sheehan. Neil Robert Sheehan. Olivia Catherine Sherman. Lee Nicole Siffring, cum laude. Richard G. Smiloff. Devin Lynn Smith. Riley Ann Smith. Mary Kate Rita Sprague. Rachel Mary Starkey. Allison Brooke Storch, magna cum laude. Victoria Ashley Surratt. Stephen L. Swaney. Gina Fallon Swanson. Nicole Olivia Siemens, magna cum laude. Felicia Elizabeth Talone. Haley Doris Tolte, cum laude. Mallory Christine Tassone, summa cum laude. Ryan Andrew Teng. Francesca Nicole Testani. Patrick Connor Thompson. Michelle Emily Tierney, magna cum laude. Jacob Matthew Timko. Brooke Ann Tully. Jessica Ann Topper. Kelly Ann Tracy, cum laude. Kevin James Tressel. Sandy Fabiola Zool. Chelsea Lorraine Utz, cum laude. Lindsay Nicole Valentine, cum laude. Zoe Lee Van Kirk. Morgan Elizabeth Vanderbaan. Christian J. Vargas. Lindsay Ann Venuto, cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Varel, magna cum laude. John Stephen Voigt. Sierra McCabe Walker. Catherine Elizabeth Walsh. Jared Stimson Warren. Jessica W. Wheeler. Amy Catherine Whitelaw. Megan Regine Wykander, cum laude. Brianna Marie Wilcox, magna cum laude. This is your moment. Emma Elizabeth Wilkinson, magna cum laude. Jamie Nicole Wilson, magna cum laude. Olivia Dawn Wilson. Leah Winarski. Andrew Robert Wizielko. Gregory Michael Wooden. Matthew Potter Wood. Robert Lawrence Watzak. Lauren Ann Weibel, cum laude. Brandon James Yee, magna cum laude. Yajing Chung. Geis Zifa. Lindsay B. Zuckerman.
Dr. Robin Hoffman, Dean of the class of 2018, will now address the graduates.
Would all the degree recipients please rise? In keeping with tradition, I now ask that you move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of the class of 2018. Please be seated. The class of 2018, you are my class. Being your class dean has been the highlight of my 30 years at Salve Regina University. The opportunity to gain your trust and forge relationships with you has been so meaningful. I know that I speak on behalf of all your faculty and staff when I say what an honor it has been to educate and hopefully inspire you, but also to learn from you. Beginning with making gingerbread cookie houses during your freshman year, a decidedly non-academic endeavor, I worked with an amazing committee of your peers to try and enhance the sense of community in your class. We've laughed together, grieved together, and grown together. Hopefully, this sense of community will continue forever. You are now alumni. You join a large network of alumni who are bound by love for your alma mater. But you are special and forever dear to me. You are my class. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Sasha. Our class dog, who's very disappointed that he couldn't be with you here today to celebrate. Sasha was a 6-year-old in his prime when you entered Salve as freshman. Now, he is an elderly 10-year-old. You, on the other hand, are in the prime of your lives and embarking on new adventures, challenges, and successes. Hopefully, the Mercy mission resides in your minds and in your hearts. Live it. Bring it to life. We need leaders. We need leaders who are imbued with the values of a Mercy education and who will seek justice and equality for all. I've seen the campus climate change during your time at Salve. You held marches and rallies and advocated on behalf of social justice issues. So go out there and make a difference. one person can make a difference. Work towards a world that is truly harmonious, just, and merciful. I believe in you and your ability to make this world a better place. But while you are pursuing new experiences and building new opportunities, please always remember Salve Regina University and the staff, faculty, and fellow students who made this your community. And in the spirit of Salve Regina, mentor others and guide them on their journeys. Wherever you go and whatever you achieve, please know that I am proud of you and that everyone who nurtured you throughout this part of your life's journey, whether they could be here today or not, is to be true to yourself. Pursue your dreams. You can make them a reality. Congratulations to you, the class of 2018. I am now pleased to commend today's graduates to Mr. Michael Semenza, Vice President for University Relations and Advancement, who will receive the class of 2018 into the Salve Regina Alumni Association.
Congratulations, everyone. A really beautiful day for all of you and your families. Would all members of the class of 2018 please stand up? Would all other Salve Regina University graduates who are here today please also stand to join witness to the transition of the class of 2018 into the Salve Regina Alumni Association. I welcome you now as you officially become members of the Salve Regina Alliance of Alumni, who will always be united with this university and with each other by shared experiences and close friendship. You now join those who aspire to live by the ideals of Salve Regina and to carry on its mission. You are now warmly welcomed to the ranks of Salve Regina University graduates. Congratulations. Thank you. You may be seated. I now ask Dr. M. Therese Antone, University Chancellor, to conclude our ceremony by inviting Jessica, our valedictorian, the class of 2018, and Lauren, President of the Student Government, to come forward to receive the mace and the mission statement. Sister Therese.
As Jenna and Lauren come forward, we remember what an important part of your education, the mission at Salve Regina has been, and we never want you to forget it. Carry it with you always. The mace and the mission statement are to be carried in the recessional by Jenna and Lauren to symbolize the responsibilities and university ideals that each member of the class of 2018 now bears. The path of success at Salve Regina University was set by the vision of the founding Sisters of Mercy, who clearly defined our mission of academic excellence and service. The university's journey now continues through each of you who have experienced the vigor and vitality of this university community committed to the Mercy mission. Members of the class of 2018, I trust and I pray that just as the mace and the mission statement are proudly carried in the recessional, you will carry the life lessons of Salve Regina forever in your hearts and continue to strive for intellectual and spiritual growth. Your life's journey stretches far into the future on a path filled with twists and turns that none of us can imagine. Let the mace and the mission statement serve as your guiding markers as you encounter life's future crossroads. May you travel the path of life in peace, with faith as your compass and love as your lodestar. Congratulations. God's blessing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our commencement exercises. Would you please all stand as members of the platform party, distinguished guests, faculty, and graduates process out of the tent. The families and the guests of the graduates are asked to remain in their places until the entire procession has left the tent. Thank you.
I think we're good. Yeah, let's play trumpet voluntary. I don't have the score, but you know it. What are we doing? Trumpet voluntary. Who said sleigh ride? My best friend.
Still got Star Wars, right?
Here. Got it? Hold on. Ready? Okay, guys, we need a lot of help taking music stands and music boxes and a lot of percussion back